Welcome to a story that will take you on an emotional journey through the highs and lows of life. Imagine a loving woman who opens her heart to a young boy from a distant land, giving him the warmth and care every child deserves. Together, they build a beautiful life, full of happiness and hope. But as time passes, this young boy discovers a photograph that takes him back to the heart of Burundi, where his life began amidst the scars of civil war and prejudice. Through love, loss, and the power of resilience, this story reveals how a single act of kindness can change a life forever. Get ready to experience the joy, the pain, and ultimately, the triumph that comes from believing in the strength of the human spirit. If you are not subscribed, I recommend you subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. In a world where skin color often defines identity, a compassionate white woman made the courageous decision to adopt a black boy, embracing him with the kind of unconditional love and care that only a devoted mother can offer. Over the years, she created a haven for him, nurturing his growth and shielding him from the harsh realities that lay beyond the walls of their home. As time passed, the boy stumbled upon an old photograph from his early years, sparking a flood of memories. The story of his origins is one of both beauty and pain. In the heart of Burundi, a small but vibrant nation in East Africa, life was woven into the fabric of the land by the beat of drums and the innocent laughter of children. Yet this idyllic picture was marred by the lingering wounds of the Civil War and the deep-seated scars of ethnic strife that had yet to fully heal. Amidst this fragile peace, in a modest dwelling on the outskirts of Bujumbura, the capital, a child named Manuel was born. From the moment he took his first breath, he was destined to confront extraordinary adversities. His parents, Santino and Lupita, were immediately captivated by his soulful eyes and innocent smile, but they couldn't help but notice something unusual about their newborn son. Manuel's skin was adorned with striking white patches that stood in sharp contrast to the rich, dark complexion he inherited from his parents. The diagnosis was vitiligo, a condition that gradually robbed his skin of its pigment in certain areas. In a society where ancient superstitions and deep-rooted prejudices held sway, Manuel's appearance quickly became a subject of gossip and scorn. Neighbors, fueled by ignorance and fear, began to whisper behind closed doors, labeling him as the devil's child. They believed his condition was a divine curse or a sinister omen. But Santino, a man of profound empathy, refused to be swayed by the cruelty of others. Holding his wife close as they watched their son play innocently in his crib, he spoke with unshakable conviction. "Lupita, our son is a gift from heaven, no matter what the world thinks," he declared, his voice filled with unwavering resolve. Lupita, her heart aching with both love and fear, nodded as she brushed away a tear that had escaped. "We will protect him from the darkness that surrounds us, my love. Manuel will be raised in a cocoon of love and acceptance, shielded from the cruelty of those who fail to see the beauty in his difference." And so, in the face of a world that sought to condemn their child, Santino and Lupita vowed to surround Manuel with an unbreakable shield of love, determined to raise him in an environment where his spirit could soar free from the shackles of prejudice. Manuel's early years were wrapped in the warm embrace of his parents' love, a cocoon that shielded him from the harsh judgment of the outside world. Santino and Lupita, with unwavering devotion, made sure their son knew he was cherished, celebrating every little victory and soothing his soul whenever sadness touched him. They poured all their love into him, creating a sanctuary where he could grow, free from the cruel whispers of a society that feared what it did not understand. But as the winds of change swept through Burundi, the fragile peace that had held for so long began to shatter. The ominous specter of the Civil War cast its dark shadow over the land, bringing with it the sounds of gunfire, the cries of the wounded, and the scent of destruction. It was in these dire times that Santino made a heart-wrenching decision. Driven by an unyielding sense of duty, he chose to join the peace forces, determined to protect not only his family but also the very ideals he held dear. As he prepared to leave, he knelt before his son, holding him close, feeling the steady beat of Manuel's heart against his own. "My son," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion, "you are far stronger than you know. Your heart, with its boundless capacity to love and forgive, is your greatest gift. Never allow anyone to make you feel lesser because of your differences. Those differences are what makes you extraordinary." Tears filled Lupita's eyes as she watched her husband walk away, her heart heavy with fear, but also clinging to the fragile hope that he would return to them. Days turned into weeks, each one heavier with worry than the last. Then, the news they dreaded most arrived like a bolt of lightning, shattering their world. Santino had fallen in battle, fighting valiantly for the peace and justice he so deeply believed in. Manuel's young heart broke under the weight of this loss. The man who had been his hero, his protector, was gone. Lupita, now a widow, fought to remain strong for her son, but grief gnawed at her spirit and sapped her strength. As the days passed, her health began to fail, the weight of her sorrow too much to bear. In her final moments, she reached out to Manuel, her trembling hand gently caressing his tear-streaked face. Her voice, though weak, was filled with the depth of her love. "My sweet boy," she murmured, her words laced with both love and sorrow. "Your father and I loved you more than anything in this world. Your uniqueness is not a burden, but a blessing. Promise me that you will always be brave, that you will fight for your dreams no matter what obstacles stand in your way." Through his sobs, Manuel nodded, the weight of his promise pressing heavily on his young shoulders. "I promise, Mom. I will be brave like Dad. I will never forget how much you both loved me." As he spoke those words, he felt a flicker of his father's strength ignite within him, a small but growing flame that would guide him through the darkness that lay ahead. Though his heart was shattered, it was also fortified by the love of the two people who had given him everything. And with that love, Manuel vowed to face the world, not as a victim of his circumstances, but as a warrior for his dreams, carrying with him the legacy of his parents' undying love. Thus, at the tender age of 5, Manuel was thrust into a world that felt cold, unwelcoming, and indifferent to his existence. The warmth of his parents' love was now just a distant memory, and he found himself in the care of his uncle Alonso, the only family member who remained. But Alonso was not the loving guardian the young boy so desperately needed. A man hardened by life's disappointments, Alonso viewed Manuel not as a child deserving of compassion, but as an unwanted burden cruelly thrust upon him by fate. Alonso's home, situated in a neglected and poverty-stricken neighborhood of Bujumbura, was a stark contrast to the nurturing environment Manuel once knew. The walls, once vibrant, were now faded and peeling, the furniture worn and broken, mirroring the emotional desolation that permeated the household. For Manuel, this new home was a prison, devoid of the affection and care that had once surrounded him. Alonso's eyes, sharp and filled with disdain, bore into Manuel with a coldness that made the child shiver. His voice, rough and unforgiving, dripped with contempt as he spat, "Look what we have here, the cursed child." Each word was like poison, seeping into Manuel's tender heart. "Your parents left you to me as if I didn't have enough problems of my own. You're just another curse on my life." Tears welled up in Manuel's eyes, the sting of his uncle's words cutting deep. With a voice trembling with both fear and sorrow, he pleaded, "Uncle, I didn't ask for this. I just want you to love me like my parents did." But Alonso, consumed by his own bitterness, could not see the child's need for love, only his own suffering. "Love you," he scoffed, his words laced with venom. "Why should I love a child marked by the devil? Your appearance is a curse, and you will only bring more misfortune to this house." Alonso's cruel words were like daggers to Manuel's soul, each one driving him further into despair. The child, overwhelmed by the weight of his uncle's rejection, sought refuge in the shadowy corners of the house, clinging to the memories of his parents as his only source of comfort. In those dark, solitary moments, he would close his eyes and retreat into the safety of his mind, a place where the outside world could not reach him. It was during these moments of isolation that Manuel discovered something extraordinary, a gift that would change his life. Music began to emerge within him, a beautiful, ethereal force that transformed the harshest words into delicate melodies. It was as if his mind was a conduit to a hidden symphony, one that only he could hear. The anger, the sorrow, the loneliness, all of it turned into music, a secret sanctuary where he could escape the pain of his reality. He would hum softly to himself, letting the melodies flow through him, creating an internal world where harmony and beauty reigned supreme, a world untouched by the cruelty and rejection he faced daily. In this private universe, music became his solace, his way of surviving the harshness of life. It was his silent rebellion against the darkness that surrounded him, a way to hold on to the light that his parents had once filled his life with. And though the world outside might be unkind, in his heart, Manuel found a place where he could be free, where love and music intertwined, creating a melody of hope that would carry him through the darkest of times. However, Manuel's presence in Alonso's home soon became an unbearable strain for the bitter man. The sight of the child's vitiligo served as a constant, painful reminder of Alonso's own regrets and failures. Each note of the music Manuel created in the solitude of his mind seemed to deepen Alonso's resentment, the melodies serving as a cruel echo of what he could never understand or appreciate. One fateful day, Alonso's patience reached its breaking point. With an icy, resolved glare, he seized Manuel by the arm, his grip tight and unyielding. "I can't stand you any longer," he growled, his voice cold and unforgiving. "You are nothing but a curse and a burden. It's time for you to leave." Manuel's heart shattered at his uncle's words. Tears streamed down his face as he begged with desperation, "Please, uncle, don't do this. I have nowhere else to go. I promise I'll be good. I won't trouble you anymore." But Alonso, a cruel smile playing on his lips, was unmoved. "I don't care where you go. Just get out of my sight. A child like you doesn't deserve a home." With those heartless words, Alonso shoved Manuel out onto the unforgiving streets of Bujumbura, leaving him to face an uncertain and grim fate. As Manuel stood there, sobbing, he clung desperately to the music that echoed in his mind, finding solace in its gentle embrace. He was determined to honor the lessons of strength and bravery his parents had instilled in him, to survive in a world that seemed to have no place for him. The scorching heat of the African sun beat down on him, its rays harsh against his mottled skin. Hunger gnawed at his small frame, and thirst parched his throat as he wandered aimlessly through the dusty streets, a lost soul seeking refuge and comfort. His once vibrant dreams seemed distant, overshadowed by the harsh reality of his abandonment. In the midst of his despair, fate guided him toward the crumbling facade of an old orphanage, a dilapidated building that appeared as if it had been forgotten by time itself. The orphanage, with its peeling walls and shattered windows, was home to many children who, like Manuel, had been victims of misfortune and neglect. Yet, rather than providing solace, it was ruled by the harshness and apathy of caregivers who saw the orphans as nothing more than a burdensome inconvenience. When Manuel stepped through the threshold, he was met with a cold reception. The other children, their faces etched with a blend of pity and scorn, immediately turned their gaze upon him. Whispers of disdain followed him through the corridors. "Look, it's the devil's child," they sneered, their voices dripping with malice. "His skin is cursed. Stay away from him, or you might catch his curse too." Manuel's heart sank with every cruel whisper, each taunt another blow to his already bruised spirit. The orphanage, instead of offering a haven, seemed to amplify the loneliness and rejection he had already endured. Yet, amid the harsh treatment and the biting coldness of his new reality, Manuel clung to the one thing that could not be taken from him: his music. The melodies that flowed through his mind became his sanctuary, a refuge from the cruelty surrounding him. He vowed to find strength in the music, to keep the flame of hope alive, and to rise above the pain, determined to prove that his uniqueness was not a curse, but a source of profound strength. With a heart heavy from sorrow, Manuel sought solace in the quiet corners of the orphanage courtyard. He nestled himself into a small, protected space, pulling his knees tightly against his chest and shutting his eyes against the harsh realities of his existence. In those moments of seclusion, the music that resonated in his mind became his sanctuary of vivid, healing presence that soothed his wounded spirit. The days at the orphanage were a grueling test of endurance. Food was not only scarce but meager and barely nourishing, and the caregivers were indifferent, showing no empathy toward the children's suffering. Despite these overwhelming challenges, Manuel's indomitable spirit remained unbroken. He learned to navigate his harsh environment with a resilience that defied his years. He sought refuge in the darkest nooks of the orphanage, scavenging for any scraps of food and shelter he could find. Even amid such adversity, Manuel clung to hope. Each night, before he fell asleep on the cold, unforgiving floor of his shared room, he would close his eyes and mentally summon the loving faces of his parents. In the quiet of the night, he whispered softly into the darkness, "Mom, Dad, I know you are with me in spirit. You gave me the strength to face any challenge. I will not let you down." Music became Manuel's refuge, a means of transcending the walls of his bleak surroundings and the scornful glares of his peers. He would hum gentle melodies while performing the most grueling tasks, finding a semblance of peace in the notes that danced in his mind. This music, his secret and cherished treasure, was his hope for a brighter future. He firmly believed that one day it would lead him to a better place. One day, as Manuel lost himself in the comforting melodies of his thoughts, a new arrival came to the orphanage. Diego, a boy with a fiery spirit and unwavering defiance, arrived with an air of confidence that set him apart from the others. Unlike the other children, Diego was untainted by the prejudices and whispers that plagued the orphanage. He saw through the superficial judgments and recognized the kind heart and resilient spirit within Manuel. Approaching him with a genuine smile, Diego introduced himself with warmth. "Hi, I'm Diego," he said, his voice carrying an air of authenticity. "Don't worry about what the others say. I see a brave and special boy in you." Manuel, taken aback by Diego's kindness, managed a shy smile. "Thank you, Diego. I'm Manuel. It's really nice to have a friend here in the midst of the orphanage's dark shadows." A genuine friendship began to bloom between Manuel and Diego. Diego became a beacon of light in Manuel's life, offering support and understanding that was as rare as it was precious. Together, they faced the brutal reality of their environment, drawing strength from their companionship. As time wore on, the bond between Manuel and Diego grew ever stronger. They shared their stories, dreams, and aspirations for a better life. Diego's friendship was a soothing balm for Manuel's emotional wounds, a reminder that even in the bleakest of times, hope and love could still flourish. One pivotal day, as Manuel and Diego played together in the dreary orphanage courtyard, a group of social workers arrived, tasked with evaluating the condition of the orphanage and its residents. Manuel's extraordinary musical gift did not escape their notice. During their visit, Manuel performed a simple yet profoundly moving melody that he had composed during the depths of his solitude. The melody, rich with the pain and hope of his experiences, touched the hearts of those who heard it, offering a glimmer of hope that perhaps, amidst the suffering, a brighter future awaited. Manuel's unwavering spirit and the support from Diego proved transformative for both his own life and the lives of those around him. The social workers, moved by Manuel's profound musical talent and the harsh realities of the orphanage, took decisive action. The orphanage was renovated and restructured, its conditions vastly improved. The once gloomy and oppressive environment was replaced with a nurturing and supportive space where the children received the care and attention they deserved. Manuel's music became a beacon of hope and inspiration, not only for the other orphans but for the community at large. Manuel's story, marked by heartache and struggle, became a testament to the power of resilience, love, and the human spirit's ability to triumph over adversity. His journey, enriched by the friendship of Diego and the transformative intervention of the social workers, was a symbol of hope and redemption. His music, which once served as an escape from his pain, now inspired and uplifted those around him. One sunny afternoon in the revitalized orphanage courtyard, Manuel and Diego sat together, sharing a modest lunch. Manuel, feeling a surge of trust and hope, decided to reveal his most cherished dream. "Diego, do you know what I want to be when I grow up?" Manuel's eyes sparkled with a mix of excitement and apprehension. Diego, intrigued, set his plate aside and focused intently on his friend. "No, what do you want to be?" Manuel reached into his clothes and pulled out a crumpled magazine, carefully unfolding it to reveal a picture of a renowned singer. "I want to be a singer like this one. I want to travel the world, sharing my music with others and making them feel what I feel when I sing." Manuel's heart swelled with hope at Diego's encouraging words. "Do you really think so, Diego? Sometimes it feels like an impossible dream, especially here." Diego's eyes sparkled with conviction. Nothing is impossible if you fight for it. Despite the encouragement from Diego, not all reactions were supportive. When the other children learned about Manuel's dream, their mockery and scorn resurfaced. "A famous singer? Don't make me laugh," they taunted. "Who would want to listen to a freak like you?" Manuel tried his best to ignore the cruel words, but each taunt pierced his heart deeply. The challenges of life at the orphanage continued, but Manuel and Diego's friendship provided them with solace and strength. They found comfort in each other's company, clinging to their dreams and their bond in the midst of the ongoing struggles. Manuel's resolve to pursue his dream of becoming a singer never wavered, even in the face of adversity. His belief in himself, fueled by Diego's support and the love he had received from his parents, drove him forward. The renewed orphanage, the new opportunities it presented, and the friendship he cherished all contributed to his growing determination. In Manuel's heart, the dream of sharing his music with the world became not just a possibility but a promise to himself, a promise to honor his parents' legacy, and the hope that had sustained him through the darkest of times. The invasion by the armed rebels marked a dark and terrifying chapter in the orphanage's history. The rebels, driven by their own agendas, wreaked havoc on the already fragile environment. The caregivers, despite their best efforts, were overwhelmed, and chaos erupted. The children, paralyzed by fear and confusion, huddled together, trying to protect one another amidst the turmoil. Manuel, despite his own fear, found a glimmer of strength in the music that had always been his solace. As the rebels moved through the orphanage, Manuel sought refuge in the dark corners he had once used for comfort. He managed to find a small group of children, including a few who were younger and particularly frightened. With trembling hands, Manuel began to hum a calming melody, trying to offer some measure of peace and stability in the midst of the chaos. The music, although barely audible over the sounds of violence, seemed to have a soothing effect on the children. It was as if the familiar strains of Manuel's internal symphony created a temporary shield against the horrors unfolding around them. His ability to channel his emotions into music provided a small comfort amidst the fear. Hours passed, and the rebels, having looted and wreaked their destruction, eventually left the orphanage. The aftermath of their rampage left the building in ruins, and the children were left in shock and despair. Manuel emerged from his hiding place to find a scene of devastation. The orphanage was severely damaged, and several of the caregivers had been injured. In the midst of the wreckage, Manuel's thoughts turned to Diego. He wondered about his friend's safety and how he was coping with his new life. The loss of Diego, combined with the trauma of the attack, was almost too much to bear. But Manuel knew he had to be strong for the others. He helped to tend to the injured and offered what comfort he could to the other children. In the days following the attack, the orphanage struggled to recover. Temporary shelters were set up, and efforts began to rebuild the damaged facilities. The children were relocated to a safer place while the necessary repairs were made. Manuel, despite the pain and loss he felt, emerged as a source of strength for the group. His resilience and kindness in the face of adversity began to inspire those around him. One evening, as Manuel sat alone, reflecting on the events, a letter arrived from the Johnsons. They had managed to get in touch with Manuel, reassuring him of Diego's well-being and expressing their gratitude for the support Diego had received from Manuel. The letter brought Manuel a sense of comfort, knowing that his friend was safe and happy. The experience of the attack, while harrowing, only deepened Manuel's resolve. He knew that his dreams of becoming a singer and making a positive impact on the world were more important than ever. The trauma and challenges he faced were harsh, but they also fueled his determination to rise above his circumstances and make a difference. As the orphanage began to rebuild, Manuel continued to use his music as a source of solace and strength. His melodies, once a private escape, now became a symbol of hope and resilience for the other children. His ability to transform pain into beauty through music became a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome even the most formidable obstacles. The weight of Miss Isabel's loss pressed heavily on Manuel, but her final words seemed to resonate in his mind, a guiding light amidst the overwhelming darkness. The tragedy had left the orphanage in ruins, but Manuel's sense of purpose began to rekindle in the wake of the devastation. Determined to honor Miss Isabel's memory and fulfill her belief in him, Manuel sought solace in the one thing that had always brought him comfort: his music. The notes that once offered escape now became a tribute to the teacher who had given so much for them. He poured his grief, anger, and hope into his compositions, creating melodies that expressed the pain of loss, but also the enduring spirit of resilience. The orphanage was eventually restored, and with the help of the social workers and generous donations from the community, the children began to rebuild their lives. Manuel's music, born from tragedy and loss, became a source of comfort and inspiration for others who had suffered similarly. In time, Manuel's dedication and his ability to channel his grief into beautiful, moving compositions gained recognition. His performances became an emotional testament to his journey and the strength he found within himself. The music that had once been a personal refuge transformed into a beacon of hope for the community. Diego, now living a new life with the Johnsons, kept in touch with Manuel through letters and occasional visits. The bond between them remained strong, and Diego's updates about his life served as a reminder of the dreams they once shared. Diego's support and belief in Manuel helped him persevere through the darkest times. Manuel's story began to spread, touching the hearts of many. His resilience, the sacrifices made by Miss Isabel, and his unwavering spirit inspired others to support causes related to orphan children and those affected by violence. Manuel's performances and his efforts to support the orphanage garnered media attention, drawing awareness and aid to the children's plight. Manuel's path was far from easy, but he never forgot Miss Isabel's message. Her belief in him was a light that guided him through the darkness, leading him to a place where his music could bring solace and inspiration to others. His story became a legacy of resilience and hope, reminding everyone that even in the face of unimaginable loss, the human spirit can find a way to heal and shine. The transition from the orphanage in Burundi to Elaine and Antonio's home in the United States was both exhilarating and daunting for Manuel. The stark contrast between his old life and his new surroundings brought a mix of awe and apprehension. Elaine and Antonio were patient and understanding, allowing Manuel time to adjust to his new environment. They were committed to making him feel as comfortable and loved as possible. They decorated his room with bright colors, filled it with books and toys, and even set up a small corner for his music. Manuel's initial days were filled with a whirlwind of new experiences: his first taste of different foods, the sensation of warm water from a modern shower, and the luxury of his own room. Despite these luxuries, Manuel grappled with his feelings of loss and displacement. He missed his friends, the familiarity of the orphanage, and especially his beloved music, which he had temporarily set aside in the chaos of his move. Elaine and Antonio were mindful of Manuel's emotional needs. They encouraged him to express his feelings and reassured him that it was normal to experience a range of emotions during such a significant life change. They spent time with him, sharing stories about their own lives and the values they held dear, and listened attentively to his experiences and dreams. One evening, while Elaine was preparing dinner, Manuel sat at the piano in his new home. He began to play a simple melody, one he had composed during his time at the orphanage. The music was filled with a mixture of melancholy and hope, reflecting his journey from pain to this new chapter in his life. Elaine and Antonio, hearing the beautiful, emotional strains of Manuel's music, felt a profound connection to him and his past. The couple decided to support Manuel's musical passion as a way to help him heal and adapt. They enrolled him in local music classes and introduced him to a supportive community of musicians. Manuel's talent flourished under their encouragement, and his music became a bridge between his past and present. The adoption journey was not without its challenges. Manuel faced moments of doubt and loneliness, especially as he adjusted to a new culture and the expectations of his new life. Elaine and Antonio worked hard to provide him with a sense of stability and belonging, celebrating his achievements and comforting him through difficult times. Manuel's story, now intertwined with Elaine and Antonio's, began to take shape as a tale of resilience and transformation. His experiences at the orphanage and his time with his adoptive parents highlighted the power of love, hope, and the unyielding human spirit. Over time, Manuel grew more confident and began to share his story through his music. His compositions, inspired by his past and his journey to a new life, resonated with many and became a source of inspiration to others who faced similar challenges. Elaine and Antonio's decision to adopt Manuel not only fulfilled their dream of becoming parents but also gave Manuel a new lease on life. His new family provided him with the love and support he needed to overcome his past and build a future filled with hope and promise. Together, they faced the challenges of their journey and celebrated the triumphs, proving that even in the face of adversity, love and determination can create a brighter future for those in need. Manuel's story became a beacon of hope, illustrating that through the power of compassion and the strength of the human spirit, even the deepest wounds can heal and dreams can come true. With Elaine and Antonio's unwavering support, Manuel's music journey took off in remarkable ways. He immersed himself in his lessons, dedicating hours each day to practice and improve his skills. His progress was swift, and soon he was performing at local events and school functions. The once shy boy began to embrace his talent with confidence, using music as a way to connect with others and express his innermost feelings. Elaine and Antonio made it a point to attend every performance, beaming with pride as Manuel showcased his abilities. They organized small gatherings at home where Manuel would perform for family and friends, turning these moments into cherished celebrations of his growth and accomplishments. One evening, after a particularly moving performance at a community center, Manuel was approached by a local music producer who had been in the audience. The producer was captivated by Manuel's raw talent and suggested that he consider recording a demo. This was a dream come true for Manuel, who had always longed for the opportunity to share his music with a broader audience. With Elaine and Antonio's encouragement, Manuel recorded his first demo. The experience was both thrilling and nerve-wracking, but he poured his heart into every note. The demo received positive feedback, and Manuel was soon invited to perform at a local music festival. As Manuel's music career began to gain momentum, he used his platform to raise awareness about issues close to his heart, including the plight of orphans and the importance of supporting those in need. His performances often included a message about the importance of compassion and solidarity, inspired by his own experiences and the loss he had endured. Despite the success he was achieving, Manuel never forgot his roots. He remained in touch with his friends from the orphanage and occasionally visited Burundi, where he supported the orphanage with donations and musical performances, using his fame to give back to those who had once been his family. Elaine and Antonio watched with immense pride as Manuel not only pursued his dreams, but also used his success to make a positive impact on the world. Their decision to adopt him had transformed all their lives, creating a family bound by love, resilience, and shared aspirations. Manuel's journey from the orphanage to the stage was a testament to the power of love, support, and determination. His story became a beacon of hope for others, illustrating that with the right support and unwavering belief in oneself, even the most challenging circumstances can lead to extraordinary achievements and a future filled with promise. As Manuel's reputation in the music industry grew, he became a symbol of youthful genius and resilience. Despite the whirlwind of success surrounding him, he remained grounded and focused on his core values: love, expression, and connection. Elaine and Antonio continued to be Manuel's steadfast support, balancing their pride in his achievements with their commitment to his well-being. They maintained a close-knit family environment, ensuring Manuel's life outside of music remained as normal and supportive as possible. They often organized family outings, movie nights, and simple activities to keep Manuel connected to his roots and the everyday joys of life. As Manuel matured, he faced the challenges of adolescence while navigating his demanding career. The pressures of fame and the responsibilities of a growing music career could have easily overshadowed his personal development. However, Elaine and Antonio's guidance helped him handle these pressures with grace and wisdom. In his personal life, Manuel continued to honor the memory of his biological parents and Miss Isabel through his music. He often dedicated songs to them during his performances, sharing stories of their impact on his life with his audience. His songs about loss and hope resonated deeply with listeners, many of whom found solace and inspiration in his heartfelt lyrics. Manuel's story became an inspiration for many. He was invited to speak at charity events and schools, sharing his journey and using his platform to advocate for children in need. His experiences and accomplishments were a testament to the power of love and support, illustrating how one's past struggles could be transformed into a source of strength and inspiration. As he grew older, Manuel's music evolved, reflecting his experiences and the changing world around him. His compositions ranged from introspective ballads to energetic anthems, each piece carrying the essence of his journey from tragedy to triumph. Manuel's concerts became much anticipated events, where audiences would experience not just his musical talent but the depth and emotion behind each performance. Manuel's success in the music industry did not just make him a star but also a beacon of hope for many. His story, from an orphan child with dreams to a celebrated artist with a purpose, highlighted the transformative power of love, support, and perseverance. Elaine and Antonio's decision to adopt him, despite the challenges, had set in motion a chain of events that not only changed Manuel's life, but also touched countless others around the world. As Manuel's concert unfolded, the energy in the theater was palpable. Each song he performed told a story, weaving together his journey from Burundi to the United States, his struggles, and his triumphs. The audience was spellbound, drawn into the heartfelt narratives and the powerful emotions behind each piece. The moment Manuel started his final song, a deeply personal ballad that reflected on his journey and the people who had shaped his life, the atmosphere became even more charged. The theater fell into a hush as Manuel's voice soared, carrying the weight of his experiences and his hopes for the future. The song's lyrics spoke of enduring love, the strength to overcome hardship, and the importance of cherishing the bonds that connect us. Elaine and Antonio, sitting in the front row, could hardly hold back their tears. They knew the significance of this performance. Manuel had poured his heart into every note, sharing a piece of his soul with the world. As the final chords of the song faded, the audience erupted into a standing ovation. The applause was deafening, and Manuel, overwhelmed by the response, stood with his eyes closed for a moment, absorbing the appreciation and love from the crowd. Antonio, with tears in his eyes, added, "You've honored everyone who has ever been important in your life. Your music is a testament to your strength and your heart. We love you, and we're here for you, no matter what." Manuel, touched by their words, smiled through his tears. "Thank you, Mom and Dad. I couldn't have done this without you. Your support has meant everything to me." As the years went on, Manuel's career continued to flourish. He became known not just for his musical talent, but for his advocacy work, using his platform to support causes close to his heart. He remained grounded and focused on his family, ensuring that his success never overshadowed the values and connections that mattered most to him. Elaine and Antonio watched with pride as Manuel's influence grew, knowing that their love and support had helped him become the person he was. Their journey, from adopting a child in need to supporting him through his rise to fame, had been one of profound significance and joy. Manuel's story was not just about his success as a musician, but also about the power of family, love, and resilience. His life in music became a beacon of hope and inspiration, reminding everyone that with compassion and support, dreams can come true, and even the most challenging journeys can lead to extraordinary destinations. As Manuel and Carla's relationship deepened, they found solace and joy in each other's company. Their connection was built on mutual respect and admiration, transcending the superficial aspects of Manuel's fame. Carla, with her grounded perspective and understanding of Manuel's challenges, became his anchor amidst the whirlwind of his music career. Manuel's busy schedule often meant stolen moments together, but they cherished each one. Whether it was quiet dinners at home or late-night walks under the stars, their bond grew stronger with each passing day. Manuel, despite his success, found a new kind of happiness in the simplicity of their shared experiences. Carla's support and unwavering belief in Manuel's artistry were constants in his life. "You have a gift, Manuel," she would often remind him, "but it's your kindness and your strength that make you truly special." Manuel, in turn, admired Carla's dedication to her career and her compassionate heart. "Your strength inspires me every day," he would say. "You help me see the world in a new light." Their relationship faced its share of challenges, as any relationship would, but their commitment to one another kept them grounded. Manuel's career demands sometimes led to long periods apart, but they always found their way back to each other, their love a testament to their resilience and devotion. As Manuel's career continued to flourish, he and Carla began to dream about their future together. They talked about their hopes and aspirations, envisioning a life where they could balance their personal and professional lives. Manuel, who had once feared that his fame might overshadow his personal life, found comfort in knowing that Carla was by his side, helping him navigate the complexities of his success. One evening, as they walked hand in hand through a serene park, Manuel turned to Carla with a contemplative expression. "Carla, I've been thinking about our future," he began, his voice filled with earnestness. "I want to build a life with you, a life where we can support each other and grow together." Carla, her eyes shining with emotion, squeezed his hand. "I feel the same way, Manuel. I want us to create a life where we can both pursue our passions and share our journey together." And so, their love story continued, evolving with each new chapter. Manuel's music continued to touch hearts around the world, but it was the love and support of Carla and his family that truly made his life rich and fulfilling. Manuel's journey from a young boy with a dream to a celebrated artist was intertwined with the love he found and the family that stood by him. Manuel and Carla's love became a source of strength and inspiration, demonstrating that even amidst the glitz and glamour of fame, it is the genuine connections and unwavering support that truly enrich our lives. Their story was a testament to the transformative power of love, resilience, and the beauty of finding someone who understands and cherishes you for who you truly are. As Manuel and Carla's wedding day approached, the newly uncovered family secret became a poignant backdrop to their celebration. The discovery of Manuel's biological connection to Antonio added a deeper layer of meaning to the wedding, underscoring the theme of family and the bonds that define us. The wedding was a beautiful affair, filled with love, joy, and a sense of unity that resonated with everyone present. Manuel, standing beside Carla, looked out at the gathering with a heart full of gratitude. His parents, Elaine and Antonio, were beaming with pride and emotion, their love and support evident in every gesture and smile. Manuel's biological connection to Antonio had only strengthened their relationship, reinforcing the feeling that they were always meant to be together as a family. Carla, radiant in her wedding dress, held Manuel's hand tightly as they exchanged vows. The ceremony was a blend of tradition and personal touches, reflecting both their individual journeys and their shared future. Manuel's vows, heartfelt and sincere, spoke of his journey from a boy with dreams to a man with a family, and his promise to cherish Carla and their life together. Carla, Manuel said, his voice steady despite the emotions swirling within him, "You have been my rock and my inspiration. With you, I have found a love that makes every day brighter. I vow to support you, love you, and cherish every moment we share." Carla's eyes shimmered with tears as she responded, "Manuel, you have shown me what true love and dedication mean. I promise to stand by you through every joy and challenge, to build a life with you filled with love and happiness." Their vows were followed by a heartfelt reading from a close friend, which spoke of the power of love to overcome obstacles and bring people together. The ceremony concluded with a joyous celebration, where Manuel's music provided the perfect soundtrack to their happiness. As they danced their first dance as a married couple, Manuel and Carla were surrounded by family and friends, each moment a testament to the love and support that had shaped their lives. Manuel, feeling a profound sense of belonging and fulfillment, knew that the journey he had embarked on had brought him to this moment of profound joy. Later, as they shared a quiet moment together, Manuel reflected on the recent revelations and the impact they had on his life. "Carla," he said softly, "the discovery of my connection to Antonio has been overwhelming, but it has made me realize even more how fortunate I am. I have a family that loves me, and now I have you. This is everything I could have hoped for." Carla, resting her head on his shoulder, replied, "And I have you, Manuel. Together we will create a life filled with love, adventure, and endless possibilities." As they embraced, Manuel felt a deep sense of peace and contentment. The past had brought its challenges and revelations, but it had also led him to a future filled with love, support, and happiness. With Carla by his side and his family united in their shared journey, Manuel was ready to embrace the new chapter of his life with open arms and a full heart. Manuel and Carla's journey to adopt Alice was transformative, marked by hope, dedication, and profound love. Their visit to Burundi was an eye-opening experience, filled with deep emotional connections and moments of reflection. As they spent time with Alice, they were struck by her resilience and the light in her eyes. It was clear that she would become a cherished part of their family. Alice's initial shyness gave way to trust and warmth as she bonded with Manuel and Carla. The couple was determined to make Alice feel loved and secure, and they worked diligently to navigate the complexities of the adoption process while ensuring Alice felt at home. The moment the adoption was finalized, Manuel and Carla felt an overwhelming sense of fulfillment. Bringing Alice into their lives was not just about starting a family, it was about sharing their love and providing a child with a chance for a bright future. They returned to the United States with Alice, ready to begin their new life together. Their home was now filled with the joyful sounds of a child's laughter and the warmth of family life. Manuel and Carla embraced their roles as parents with devotion, nurturing Alice's growth and supporting her every step of the way. They introduced her to their world, blending her experiences with their own and creating a harmonious family life. Manuel's music continued to flourish, but his focus had shifted. Now, his greatest joy was watching Alice grow and thrive. He composed songs inspired by the new chapter in his life, reflecting his love for Carla and Alice and his gratitude for the family they had created together. Carla, balancing her career and motherhood, found fulfillment in watching Alice's development and growth. She remained deeply committed to her work as a lawyer while cherishing the moments spent with her family. The couple's love for each other and their daughter was evident in everything they did, from family outings to quiet evenings at home. As they celebrated their first family holidays and milestones together, Manuel and Carla felt immense joy and satisfaction. Their journey had been filled with challenges and surprises, but it had also been marked by love, resilience, and the profound satisfaction of building a family from their dreams. With Alice now a cherished member of their family, Manuel and Carla looked forward to the future with hope and excitement. They knew that their lives were richer for having found each other and for the family they had created together. Their story, filled with love and determination, became an inspiration to those around them, a testament to the power of family and the enduring strength of love. The arrival of Isaac brought a new dimension of joy to Manuel and Carla's lives. Their family now felt even more complete with the addition of their beautiful baby boy. The house, once filled with the laughter of a young girl, now echoed with the gentle coos of an infant and the loving attention of his parents and sister. Carla embraced motherhood once again with grace and joy, finding fulfillment in caring for both Isaac and Alice. The transition to life with a newborn was smooth, thanks to the support and love from Manuel, Elaine, Antonio, and Diego. Each day was a celebration of new beginnings and cherished moments. Alice took her role as big sister seriously, helping with feedings, diaper changes, and playing gently with Isaac. Her excitement and enthusiasm were evident as she read him stories and sang him lullabies. The bond between the siblings grew stronger with each passing day, and their love for each other became a cornerstone of the family's happiness. Manuel's music continued to flourish, but his greatest joy came from spending time with his family. He often found inspiration in the everyday moments he shared with Carla, Alice, and Isaac. His songs took on new depth, reflecting the love and fulfillment he felt as a father and husband. The songs he wrote about his family became some of his most heartfelt and popular, resonating with audiences who saw the genuine emotions behind the lyrics. Carla, balancing her career and family life, found new meaning in her role as a mother and wife. She continued to excel in her profession while ensuring that her family's needs were met. The support from Manuel and their extended family made the balancing act easier, and Carla felt grateful for the strong network that surrounded her. Elaine and Antonio cherished their role as grandparents, often visiting and spending quality time with their grandchildren. Their love and support were unwavering, and they took great pride in watching Alice and Isaac grow. Diego, now a beloved uncle, delighted in his role and enjoyed being a part of the children's lives. As the years passed, Manuel, Carla, Alice, and Isaac created a wealth of memories together. Family vacations, holiday celebrations, and everyday moments became treasured parts of their lives. The love that had brought them together continued to grow, nurturing a family bound by deep affection and shared experiences. Manuel and Carla's story was a testament to the transformative power of love and resilience. Their journey from facing personal challenges to creating a loving and fulfilling family was a source of inspiration to those around them. Their lives were a reflection of the strength found in love, the joy in overcoming obstacles, and the beauty of embracing life's unexpected gifts. Manuel was deeply moved by Elaine's courage and determination. Her strength inspired him to be a pillar of support for her, just as she had been for him throughout his life. As Elaine began her treatment, Manuel and Carla made sure to be by her side every step of the way. They organized visits, accompanied her to appointments, and helped with everyday tasks, ensuring that Elaine felt surrounded by love and care. Isaac and Alice were also included in this journey. Although they were young, they understood that Grandma Elaine was going through a tough time. Manuel and Carla explained the situation in an age-appropriate way, and the children learned to express their support through drawings, letters, and affectionate gestures. Seeing the family come together in this way brought a sense of unity and strength to everyone involved. Manuel, despite stepping back from his public career, found new ways to channel his energy and creativity into supporting Elaine. He composed pieces that conveyed his emotions and prayers for her recovery. Music, which had always been his outlet, became a source of comfort and hope during this challenging time. He also began to document his journey and reflections in a personal journal, finding solace in writing about the lessons he was learning and the love that sustained him. Carla, who had always been a source of strength, showed remarkable resilience in juggling her responsibilities while providing emotional support to Elaine. She managed to keep the family's routine as normal as possible, while ensuring that Elaine felt cherished and valued. The support from friends and extended family members also played a crucial role in lifting Elaine's spirits and providing practical help. The treatment was arduous, but Elaine's indomitable spirit and the unwavering support of her family contributed to her resilience. Manuel, Carla, Alice, and Isaac all witnessed the highs and lows of this journey together, growing closer as a family. Despite the difficulties, there were moments of joy and gratitude, like family gatherings filled with laughter, shared meals, and quiet moments of reflection. After several months of intense treatment, Elaine's condition began to improve. Her strength and the love surrounding her played a significant role in her recovery. Though the road to full health was long and challenging, Elaine faced each day with hope and determination, supported by her loving family. As time passed, Manuel and Carla continued to build their lives around their family values. Manuel found a new rhythm in his life, balancing his passion for music with the joys of everyday family moments. His decision to retire from the stage allowed him to be present for his children and support his loved ones, leading to a deeper appreciation for the simple, meaningful aspects of life. The experience strengthened the bonds within the family and brought a new perspective to Manuel's music. He began to compose pieces inspired by his journey, reflecting themes of love, resilience, and the power of family. His compositions, although not performed on grand stages, resonated deeply with those who heard them, touching hearts with their authenticity and emotional depth. Manuel, Carla, Alice, Isaac, and Elaine emerged from this period of their lives with a renewed sense of purpose and connection. They had faced their challenges together, and their love and commitment to one another had been a guiding light through the darkest times. Their story became a testament to the power of family, the strength found in facing adversity together, and the enduring beauty of love. Manuel's decision to partner with War Child was driven by his deep empathy for children who had experienced suffering and loss. His personal journey from an orphaned child to a successful artist and loving family man gave him a unique perspective on the power of support, love, and resilience. He believed that his story could inspire others and provide a beacon of hope to children in dire circumstances. Manuel began by learning more about War Child's initiatives and the specific needs of the children they supported. He discovered that the organization provided education, psychological support, and emergency aid to children affected by conflict. Manuel was particularly moved by the stories of children who had lost their homes, families, and access to education due to violence and instability. To raise awareness and support for War Child, Manuel organized a benefit concert, using his music to reach out to his fans and the broader public. The concert was not just a showcase of his talents, but a heartfelt appeal for compassion and action. Manuel performed some of his most personal and emotional songs, each one reflecting themes of hope, strength, and the importance of family. The event was a success, drawing a large audience and generating significant media attention. Manuel's performance and the stories shared about the children benefiting from War Child's programs resonated deeply with those in attendance. The funds raised from the concert provided crucial support for educational programs, psychological care, and emergency aid for children in conflict zones. Manuel also dedicated a portion of his new album to the cause. The album, titled Songs of Hope, featured tracks inspired by his experiences and the strength he had witnessed in those around him. Each song carried a message of resilience and the transformative power of love and support. A portion of the album's proceeds was donated directly to War Child. In addition to his musical contributions, Manuel became actively involved in War Child's advocacy efforts. He participated in campaigns to raise awareness about the plight of children affected by conflict and spoke at various events to highlight the importance of supporting such initiatives. His involvement helped shine a spotlight on the organization's work and encouraged others to contribute in meaningful ways. Throughout this period, Manuel continued to be a pillar of strength for his family. Elaine's health gradually improved, and the family's collective support played a significant role in her recovery. The experience of facing cancer together strengthened their bond and deepened their appreciation for one another. Manuel's dedication to War Child and his family's unwavering support created a ripple effect of positive change. His story, combined with his advocacy, inspired others to get involved and make a difference. Manuel's commitment to using his platform for good reflected his deep gratitude for the support he had received throughout his own journey and his desire to give back to those in need. As Manuel looked around at his family and the lives he had touched through his work with War Child, he felt a profound sense of fulfillment. He had found a new purpose in using his experiences to help others and create a lasting impact. Manuel's legacy was no longer just about his music, but also about the difference he made in the lives of vulnerable children, providing them with hope and the possibility of a brighter future. Manuel's journey from an orphan child to a successful artist and dedicated advocate for children in conflict zones is a powerful narrative of resilience and purpose. His decision to use his platform for such a meaningful cause was not only a testament to his character, but also a beacon of hope for many. Through his collaboration with War Child, Manuel's music and personal story became integral to raising awareness and providing support to children who faced unimaginable hardships. His charity concerts, awareness campaigns, and direct visits to conflict zones created tangible impacts, bringing both attention and resources to those in need. The response from the music industry and his fans was overwhelmingly positive. Manuel's genuine commitment and the authenticity of his mission resonated deeply with people from all walks of life. Many were inspired to join his efforts, contributing their own resources, talents, and voices to the cause. This collective support amplified the reach and effectiveness of the initiatives, creating a larger movement dedicated to improving the lives of vulnerable children. Manuel's life was indeed a testament to the transformative power of love, support, and perseverance. His journey was not just about his personal success, but also about the profound difference one person can make in the world. His story served as a reminder that with purpose and dedication, it's possible to turn one's own struggles into a source of strength and positive change for others. As he continued his advocacy work, Manuel balanced his responsibilities as a father and husband with his mission to support children in need. His family remained his greatest joy and inspiration, and their unwavering support was a cornerstone of his success. Manuel's legacy was not just about the music he created, but about the lives he touched and the positive change he inspired. His story was a shining example of how personal adversity can be transformed into a force for good, offering hope and a better future for others. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through Manuel's story, a tale of overcoming adversity, finding love, and using his platform for a greater cause. From his humble beginnings to his successful music career and inspiring advocacy, Manuel's life is a testament to the power of resilience, compassion, and purpose. As we wrap up, we'd love to hear from you. What have you learned from Manuel's journey so far? Is there a particular lesson or insight that resonated with you? Share one thing you plan to bring into your own life in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps us continue to bring you more inspiring content. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.